Okay. Good morning, guys. To the people on site and abroad. We are Cobra, and we are Jimena and Carlos. I'm gonna present you our project. You are wondering what Cobra stands for and how is it going to deal with COVID pandemic, and we'll explain you shortly. My friend Jimena.
Okay, so in the past 2 years, the world has changed completely, and the main issue was making sure there are events taking place. Everything was pretty much cancelled, and to avoid this happening, we created a special solution, which is creating a smart bracelet tracking customer surroundings and their health condition. We created a startup called Cobra with the goal to help people stay safe and healthy during the pandemic and even after it by providing our services through a smart bracelet and a mobile application. The aim of our business plan is to reach companies or investors and who share our goal and visions and contribute to improving the, the environment and our society. We will talk about the customer segment, the technical solution, marketing, management, and later financial plan. Our company's vision is to create an accessible gadget and to protect everyone from pandemic and the excessive lockdowns. And we really want to make people have the chance to live together and meet in restrictive conditions while staying as safe as possible.
So how can we give value to the people or our clients? So we had to ask some questions, and we conducted some surveys. So to see how did people spend their time during the pandemic. I guess it wasn't a very good time for any of us. But after pandemic, a lot of people like the way staying at home, but the vast majority of people was very hard for them to don't do sport, for example, or just have to stay at home, online classes, don't go to bars, discos, stuff, because of the fear of maybe infecting someone you love or some vulnerable group you will be around. But some COVID tracking apps were implemented in countries in Slovakia and Spain, but we conducted a survey amongst our friends, and really nobody used them properly, and they were always inefficient. We have to ask them another question if they would use a COVID tracking app if it was given a different approach, and the 69% of our friends or people who participated in this survey said yes, and only 31% said no. So that's how our project will impact.
Our customer segment is based into categories, which is the age and profession. The age is mainly focused on adults and elderly people, meaning that elderly people need to make sure they are staying safe in the pandemic, and we try to help them to feel smaller threat against the COVID virus. And from there are many ways to incorporate also other age categories. So, for example, the children of the elderly people would buy the gift for them, so they would be customers as well. And also, there are other categories like healthy people who just love sports and would love to track their health conditions. So here you can see our app. It is a simple gadget to track basis record and contributes to helping our customers. And pretty much the current available services are setting up an account with real data using either COVID Pass or your ID. Then we have risk factor at the moment with indicators of this. And here you can see the range in which the environment works. So, for example, you go to a room and there is not many people. The app on the bracelet tracks it and shows you the results.
So the app will track the bracelet records if connected to the bracelet via Bluetooth. We user-friendly, like the sketch you just seen, and it would be very intuitive for the user to see if he or she is in a higher risk of getting COVID. This will be calculated with a machine learning model, which will weight all the facts, like if you were in a crowded room, if the CO2 detector in the bracelet tracked very high CO2 saturation, if the app, like the geolocation of the app will see that a lot of people were in one place at once. So this will affect like the result of like orientative result, so that the people can test for a PCR if he wants. This is the smart bracelet. We brought like a physical prototype. If you want to see it, it's very simple. It has a GPS system that will be implemented to track the user's location, Bluetooth communication to connect with your device, and maybe with other bracelets, but that's not the main point. The database will be encrypted, and it will also come with a CO2 saturation detector to see if you are in a closed entourage, so the COVID risk will be high. The weight is very light, and it's suitable for elders and very sport people because it's very comfy and very light. You can test it if you want. So it's almost impossible to break. Don't try too hard, just in case. And for our company, we'll need some software developers. It's very important for software security, the app, the databases management, and like the overall maintenance of the app. We'll need two at first. Bracelet designer will be one. It's not a very difficult device to make with all the valuable sensors that there are today to buy really cheap. The database admin will just will control the security of our users' privacy and data and maintenance of the database. And copywriters for marketing issues, to get app content, to produce publicity campaigns, and to get as many people involved as we can. And for customer support, to help people who don't really understand the app, to older people, probably doctors that would recommend our app to their patients, and that would be a very important aspect of our company.
In terms of marketing, the company is focused on elderly people, which means we still have to use the traditional ways of promoting our product, and also while still using social media. So there would be the press and the TV, and then also social media, because we support elderly people learning digital literacy, and our company follows the strategy 4P, which means product, price, promotion, and place. And our aim is to make this get a part of your lifestyle, and to show that the production of such invention can be done without wasting materials and sustainably. The company has an industrial production environment where it processes our bracelet materials. Our warehouse stores all equipment, and we have also offices. And our main partners are producers of the bracelets, and the products are sold through the eShop in the application, or through our collaboration with Chasing Doctors. Our distribution will be provided by transport companies, with which the cooperation is ensured. The customer will have a choice how they want their product to be delivered. And high price orders will have a discount on shipping. And the company is currently selling via the internet, but as a part of the promotion, there will be events organized with the opportunity to focus on the products in person and support elderly people.
What is most important in a company for starting, it's a price strategy, and what we need is mainly money. At the beginning, why are you laughing? It's true. At the beginning, we need 67,000 euros around, with including our employment, our app monitoring, app development, design, bracelets, and first prototypes. And monthly we'll need like 30,000 euros to keep on marketing campaign, keep on expanding and making more bracelets, and with the app distribution. And we'll need like 180,000 euros for startup funding and create the company, and we'll get it through investment, mainly EU grant. We have searched like some entrepreneurial EU grants that could help our company out, especially with researching and in health issues. So we'll base our investment on the public grants we trust to get, then 16% in outside investors, and non-bank loans, including like foundations like EDEM, where we were yesterday, like Angels, or some money offering institutions like that. And yeah, that would be it for our presentation. I'm glad that you listened, and thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yes.
I like the presentation, and I'm glad you made the prototype. We could touch it, so it's nice. But the question I have: why the name is Cobra?
It's COVID bracelet. We forgot to talk about it at the beginning, but COVID bracelet. And the cobra is also like the famous like pharmacy symbol. So we thought it was a good idea.
But I would have one question. This you were mentioning in the management side that you want to follow the 4P strategy, and you mentioned that you're going to have just copywriters there, but I think that copywriters cannot do really marketing, or some of them can do, but they're mostly for writing the text for old blogs. And I think that copywriters can't do the 4P strategy. Would need some marketer, like experienced marketer, to do the 4P, because like in Slovakia only some agencies do the 4P strategy for companies, because it's a bit complicated to do it. So how would you want to solve this? And my second question is, how would you want to spread it around the population, and when is it efficient? Because if there is just 10 people, or I don't know, 100 people who have the bracelet in the city, is it efficient then? Like, because if 100 people have it in Valencia, you could move around and you do not need COVID. Not the bracelet, you know what I mean?
Yes, we will have to we will have to promote it like really heavily. Probably some type of collaboration with the government, so a huge amount of information about the project and how it helps others. And also about the copywriters, our team is also has a background in marketing, so I think the owners of the business could help with that. So we only need copywriters.
Yeah.
Clarification question. So I put your bracelet, okay, hook up to the mobile phone, and then I got the information about what? At a certain point, I get
with the app you can track everything, like a specific data gathered with the bracelet, and also from maybe the app works like a social media, something like that. You can have like your friends there, so if any one of them gets positive, you will get notified. and your risk will be calculated according to the CO2 saturation from the bracelet and the geolocation tracking of the
Okay,
zones.
so the main output, the main feature is like the level of risk, this kind of information.
Yeah, it's most orientative because you cannot get something like 100% sure, but it would be really efficient for people to say, okay, today I'm not going out, or today I won't visit my grandma, for example, which is a big uncertainty that this couple years. So.
And you mentioned about the machine learning model that you will develop.
Yeah.
And for machine learning model, what do you need?
We need programmers.
For sure. But what's like the key fuel for machine learning model?
Like the outcome. Like.
No, but before you get the outcome, you need to train machine learning model.
Yeah. With specific cases of people who were really positive with the risk we gave them, and
with a lot of data.
With a lot of data.
With a lot of data. So
yes,
that's my question. Where do you get this initial foundational data set so you get this first machine learning
That's
model?
very easy because these couple years, like data is everything. It's everything and everywhere, and especially with COVID, there are a lot of papers, a lot of governments doing statistics, so that would be the easiest part of our job, I think.
And you mean there are readily available data sets labeled, like CO2 like this, CO2 like this?
Yeah,
like that.
like there's some specific scientific papers about the subject, and then like a lot of governments like give many public, like Spanish health website gives a lot of data and actualize it monthly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, your mic?
Yes. One question. First comment. Despite all this nice development, the need for this kind of services is still exists. A lot of devices around, and I think all the people are a little bit afraid of this. My question is your earning mechanism. Are you planning to market this for individuals or for example, municipalities or physical districts? Do you think the customers are organizations?
He asked you whether you would like sell it to individuals or, for example, to governments. Like, firstly, what would you do?
Well, now that we've mentioned how it would be good for many people to try it out, it would be better to collaborate with the government, but we also thought that it would be sold to individuals from their own interest, and also there would be the collaboration with the doctors. So if the elderlies don't have proper media coverage in their house, for example, then the doctors could recommend the product.
What kind of cost element is there? For example, for a private person, what kind of investment / monthly fee it is about?
In what way?
What's the price, or do we pay you like on monthly base?
It's you should buy the product, and
Just
that's it. And we
how much?
counted up the price to be around 30-40 euros per bracelet. Yes.
And one question about your technology. So why did you use Bluetooth technology? Why you didn't use IoT, for example, network? Because you can use IoT, for example, LoRaWAN or Sigfox on crowded places common to use, and you can have a device with a longer battery.
It's also interesting, as more expensive, I think. But we thought about it too, but we went for the more simple approach. So it could be done like easier and cheaper.
Okay, because you need also mobile phones for this application, for example. So with IoT things, you can use it without mobile phone.
Yeah.
For example.
Very interesting.
So you are developing the bracelets yourself, or you just buy them from some existing developer and just resell them with, like, can you explain a little bit? So I was not very sure I understood. You are developing the bracelets yourself, like from the design stage, and then you have somebody
theory.
build them in some Asian country, or they
Yeah.
already
In
have
theory,
bracelet?
we are
or
designing the
some sort?
product and then manufacturing it
Externally.
external.
So you're designing, and then somebody is building it for you, and then you're.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically you become a hardware company, right?
Yeah, maintenance of the app and data management and
Yeah,
collaboration.
yeah. The app is one thing,
Yeah.
but then you have the
Yeah.
whole design cycle and supply chain problems of a hardware company, like warranties, chip shortage supply. Like, how do you deal with that? Because when you become hardware company, it's suddenly completely different than just an app.
Well, we need we need a strong customer service to help the customers with all issues, and also find a way of tracking all the data of the orders and everything around it, pretty much.
Okay.
Okay, any other question?
I was wondering if your solution would be able to tap into already existing beacon systems. I'm meaning, like, for example, iPhone and Android both have systems that transmit beacons constantly, and they can also sense the signal code infection around them. Would you be able to pick up those signals, or your solution works as a totally separate ecosystem on a separate network?
Initially as a separate ecosystem, but it should be if we developed another prototype, we could take account of like new beacons of smartphones and stuff, and it would also improve our model and efficient. Like, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.